Now that your state-of-the-art automated implant tinting factory is in place, it puts you ahead of the pack, no doubt, in terms of production capacity. But what difference does it really make for your customers and for the end users?
The implant tinting technology is a plant that will enable the business to optimize its production capacity, as it will enable us to produce at least 20 liters of paint in a minute. It can do more. That's the minimum. And then it will enable us to be consistent in our color offering. With the old batch production system, there is always a slight shift in color, between one batch and another. This will be eliminated with the implant tinting technology. And again, with the implant tinting technology, minimum batch size will no longer be necessary. Then working capital will be managed more efficiently, as we will not need to produce to stock, anymore. And again, because of the technology involved, production, we will produce at a lower cost, so profitability should be improved, with this technology.
So I'm interested, what is the nature of the impact of the Bank of Industry's intervention in this business? I'd like you to describe where you were before that intervention and where it took you in terms of positioning in the marketplace.
Yeah, before the implant tinting technology was acquired, for us, we might need, it might take as much or as long as 3 days, 7 days, 14 days to produce some colors and in some quantities for customers. So it means before now, some customers may have had to wait for 3 days to get their orders. Some may have had to wait for 7 days to get their orders. Some may have had to wait for 14 days to get their orders. All that is now over. With this implant, you can get your order within a day or two at the maximum. And what this projects for us is an astronomical growth in terms of turnover, volumes, volume output.
You mentioned earlier that you'd been thinking about seeking intervention because you needed to improve your capacity. You started thinking about that since 2005, but eventually you did it in 2015. That's 10 years. Why did it take so long?
Accessing funds or accessing loans in Nigeria hasn't been easy. In the past couple of years, we all know how the banking sector has been, operating over the last couple of years. It's been very tough, accessing loans. Not only that, the cost of borrowing has been very, very high. So even though we had the idea to automate our plant, that was a limiting factor. So, but in the interim, we perfected the plan together with our technical partners, AkzoNobel, by considering the design, by getting the design of the plant, that will be suitable for us, sourcing the appropriate manufacturer, and doing all the necessary groundworks that needed to be done to have a very effective and efficient plant in place. All this was concluded by early 2015, when we decided to seek for the loan to be able to buy the equipment. And we decided at the time that Bank of Industry was, the bank that could actually, meet our needs at that point in time. And we approached them, and we got their approval to borrow the funds from them. The management of Bank of Industry that had direct relationship with us were very professional, in their conduct and their approach, to this loan. And for a government parastatal, I think we're impressed. However, just like our organization, we always look out for areas where we can improve upon, and you can never fully be, perfect customer service delivery. There will always be one thing or the other you can do better. So customer service, response time, these are areas we think they can look into and even improve, on that.
I would like to know what the impact of your relationship has been with AkzoNobel as a licensee. How has that helped the business?
CAP being a licensee of AkzoNobel comes with a lot of benefits. AkzoNobel being the largest coatings company in the world with advanced technology in paint, and also I think I can say the best in decorative paint, which we pitch in. So that means that CAP has the know-how. CAP has the know-how of decorative paint in Nigeria, and that's why we lead, in that market. Besides that, AkzoNobel has been very supportive in in marketing and in positioning the brand in the Nigerian market. A lot of investment has been expended in terms of marketing in Nigeria. A lot is also being done in terms of training of our human resources in the area of paint technology, marketing, customer service delivery, So we have very good knowledge base in terms of our human resources in CAP PLC because of the training that they've been exposed to with AkzoNobel.
Now we understand that you chose the Steel Symphony 2 as the Deluxe Color of the Year 2017. I also understand that this practice has been on for a while. What precipitated it, and what's the idea behind it?
Deluxe Color of the Year is an AkzoNobel initiative. It's a strategy by which the company establishes or confirms or asserts its authority, its mastery in colors. So annually, AkzoNobel gathers professionals from all cadres of life together to predict what colors will prevail or will be the overriding mood, in the world in any particular year. Looking at, the lifestyle changes, the color trends, culture, and all of, those relevant aspects of life. And through all that, an overriding color emerges, and that becomes the color of the year.
That's our show for today. Many thanks for watching. The intervention of the Bank of Industry spans over 40 identified business clusters across all sectors of the Nigerian economy. Find out where you belong and position your business for the much-needed support. Take the first step right now. Log on to boi.ng or visit any of the bank's branches closest to you. They have at least offices in 22 states across the country. I'm available for any inquiries you might have. Just tweet at me at KAY Alayande. To see previous editions of the program, log on to youtube.com and type BOI Weekly in the search area. And there you go. I'm Kayode Alayande. Bye now.